What is going on? What is going on, man? I'm over here. Wanted to document my journey here on Semen Retention as we continue. And I gotta say, man, this wrap up end of the month, you know, update for July 2025, man, has been crazy. So many things have been going on since the buck moon on July 10th, man. I don't know if you guys felt that energy, but being on Semen Retention, I'm just like so attuned now to every little planetary shift, and without even thinking about it, you know, buck moon 710. Um, I was literally just minding my business, and the energy was just off. Like everything for me was just off, and I felt it in my spirit. I felt it in my sexual energy. Really, it was like the planets were communicating with me. The energy was different. The energy was just, it was out of sync, you know, because as you walk on this journey, you know, and you do semen retention, you become aware of patterns. And when patterns shift, you're very aware of it. And, you know, obviously, then I asked AI, I was like, AI, what the hell is going on? And buck moon. So it's funny how things just naturally come into your awareness and your intuition when you're on semen retention. And obviously, after the buck moon, we had the Mercury retrograde. I felt that in my spirit too. It's like ever since, you know, that buck moon, everything's just been moving. I'm releasing more pain from my body, old wounds coming up to resurface, especially on semen retention, because the more the energy builds up, the more it's just pushing out everything that's still left in your being to be healed, to be released, to be purified. And that's something I've definitely been noticing a lot right now. You know, letting old wounds that I didn't even know I had deep within me just push out, especially as I continue to transmute this energy. It's crazy, 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 how much more pain I still carry within my being that just got suppressed, you know, when I was a kid. And it's just good that it's being identified, magnified, and being exposed to be just gone and healed from my body. And so I'm very grateful for that. Not only that, entering into Mercury retrograde, I'm sure you guys felt it. Maybe some of you felt things just come to a halt. I know I felt it. I know every time there's a Mercury retrograde, it's like there's a certain time, a certain period of like just stopping, reflecting, seeing where I'm going, tuning into my purpose, figuring out where my next steps are. And that's exactly where I'm at right now. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are too, when it comes to, you know, what your next steps are in life, really, you know, or dealing with other things that are rising. I mean, it's really different for everyone, but I know for me personally, every year it's been the same pattern. And I keep talking about patterns because, like I said, on semen retention, you just become aware of people's patterns, the world's patterns. There's patterns everywhere, even your own, right? If you're not consistently changing them and manipulating them to help you advance in your journey, then it's like you're stuck on the same loop. So patterns right now is a major, major, major thing for me in my life. I'm so aware of patterns, becoming even more aware of patterns, like looking at the patterns of the animals, insects, you know, the world, obviously. I mean, there's just patterns just everywhere. And so that's something that that has come to the forefront of my mind, of things that I've noticed while doing semen retention, is the patterns, especially during Mercury retrograde. And of course, we just recently had the new moon. We're still kind of in that phase. It's fading out, but man, that new moon was so intense. My energy was expanding so much. I literally not only doubled but tripled my transmutation techniques of all this semen retention energy that's building up inside of me. I mean, I literally had to go to like fields. I had to go to like just where I was away from everyone and just expanding that energy, pushing that energy inside of me, because I'm no longer able to contain that energy within my body. It needs to start expanding now outside of my physical vessel. And that's where I'm at right now in my journey. I'm pushing that energy out. into different avenues, of course, transmuting, meditation, prayer, journaling. I got my journal right here. I literally have to be on this 24/7, regulating my energy, and it's something that I just have to do every single day. But I've also noticed, especially right now, especially now that I've had this breakthrough where it's like my body can no longer contain this energy, right? Imagine like a cup of water. You're filling it up, and it's like now it's just overflowing, right? It no longer, the vessel can no longer, the cup can no longer contain that water. It's the same with me right now. Like the energy just has to shoot out now. And so with this expansion of energy, I feel my presence also magnifying as well. Meaning, when I go out into public places or when I'm at work, it's like this unspoken presence that people can feel, and it either makes them happy, it triggers something in them, or it just whatever it needs to do, it does that to them, whatever that is, whether it's something good, something bad, although really it's all neutral, but whatever they need, it's like I now become a mirror to them. So it's either going to point out good things in them or their flaws or whatever, like what things that they are hiding. I'm triggering people, like low vibrational people. I can walk into a room and my energy literally it almost like just goes in like its own presence, like its own wave, like air just seeping into everyone, and it just triggers people with some type of reaction or neutral. Sometimes people aren't even aware of energies, that it just goes right over their head, right? That's something I'm definitely noticing right now. My energy, as I expand it now, because I have no more room for it in my physical body, is starting to create waves with my presence, and so a lot is changing deep within. I definitely have noticed those changes, just things that my personal things that I've been working on in myself have changed, are evolving, and I'm also getting more haters too. That's something I've noticed. People will try to, assert over me because my energy, when it triggers them, they feel like they have to control, right? They feel like they have to jump in and do something about it. But I hold my boundary. I stay around. I definitely don't let people just shake me or rattle me up. That's what the energy does. It protects you. But either way, you will get tested on this. Obviously, there's challenges every day, but there's also people that follow you. I've literally walked into rooms and then walked out, and I have like a group of people following me, like I'm a messiah or something, which I'm not. But it's just crazy how that presence really just changes environments. And so that's where I'm at with my journey right now. I'm sure you guys are experiencing, if you're still doing semen retention or if you're working with crystals, whatever it is, you guys are noticing that as you continue to build yourself and work on yourself every day, the benefits, or just it's not even benefits, it's just part of the journey for wherever it takes, wherever it leads, and just being open to that from God, from the universe, whatever you believe in. And I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I want to document it for myself. If I ever look back and see my own patterns, right? My patterns for July, maybe my patterns are similar to yours, like with the astrological dates, right? So now we know in July we gotta be more prepared, or we're more aware now of what happens in July with, these new moons, Mercury retrograde, and things of that nature, and just keeping track of those and how we respond to them and what happens eventually, because patterns repeat. And so, guys, hopefully this has helped you out in some way, shape, or form. Keep retaining. I am continuing. This is my lifestyle. This is something I will do for the rest of my life. And that's pretty much it. So, have a great day. Have a blessed day. Sending you love. Talk to you guys later. Peace.